Hello everybody, it's MattManectric here, and we are back with a 6v6 roulette. Yeah, we're going with another one of these. So we did one a couple of weeks ago, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. And this time we've got a little bit of a worse team. I was really hoping that Theo is who we're fighting. The Omega. Probably should have mentioned his name. Would have been a nice thing to do, Matt. But he's mentioned now. So this is who we're fighting, Theo, the Omega. He's commonly comes to the streams when he can. Always talkative in the Discord. And I was really hoping he wouldn't bring a grass type, because I know if he did I'd be screwed, because the only thing I've got that resists grass is Mandibuzz. But fortunately it's looking like he does not have a grass type. I do have a Mega Titar, and I've got to be really careful that I don't go for a Dragon Dance and he brings in that Ditto to get the boost and then slaughters me. Not entirely sure how I can utilise Muku in this fight. Just going to have a little look at his moves. Toxic, Recover, Protect and Soak. I mean, it's not great, is it? It's not great. I think I'm probably just going to leave with Claydol, get the rocks up, and go from there. It's just... We've got Banded Mudsdale. Muku does what Muku does. We've got Slowking, which I think is like Trick Room. I mean, the Slowking itself is built for doubles. A Mandibuzz, which is a bit stally. Mega Titar, which is Dragon Dance, and then Hazard Setting, Claydol. So I mean, it's not a bad team in terms of like your utilities and things you've got in that sense, but it's not ideal in terms of, I guess, the synergy and switch-ins. But it didn't look like he had any grass types, so I am more than happy with that. I'm more than happy with that. So we're gonna see this man, this big boy Gigalith, the shiny himself. As we lead with Claydol, to be honest, I'm just going to set up my rocks. I've got no interest in doing anything else. Just get the rocks up. That's going to help against, say, Noivern. And then we can go from there. I mean, he might end up wanting to set up his own rocks, which I'm more than happy with if he wants to do it. He's possibly fearing my Earth Power. He is fearing the Earth Power, it would seem. He switches out to go out into Neon, who is Umbreon. Alright. Now, I would Toxic this thing if Umbreon didn't have Synchronize, but I don't want Claydol being poisoned. Claydol could be useful, potentially. It could have its uses, so we're going to switch out Claydol. We're not going to let him Toxic us, we're not going to let him hit us with a Dark type attack. We're just going to get out. Now, I struggled against an Umbreon on stream a few streams ago, and I didn't enjoy fighting it, to be honest with you. I really didn't. I could look to bring a Mandibuzz. I could bring a Mudsdale and go for a Banded Close Combat. I could bring in Muku and go for a Toxic. Because Muku, I don't really know what Muku's going to do. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Completely honest with you. What? English. Right, in comes the Mudsdale. If he wants to test with the Dark type attack, our defense goes up. He's going to go for the Toxic. Mudsdale's going to avoid it. You dodgy horse. Don't really know why I said dodgy horse. I guess dodgy because it dodged the Toxic, but I mean dodgy makes it sound like, it's a dodgy dealer. I don't really know. Let's just click close combat and hope for the best. He's gone for the Confuse Ray. Now we do have I think it's a 70% or a 66% chance to break through this confusion. Mudsdale, show us your power with the Choice Banded Close Combat. There we go. Mudsdale comes through. That's a massive amount of damage onto the Umbreon, enough to take it out. And fortunately for us, that is one stally little fox cat thing out the picture. I'm so happy to see that thing gone. I'm really happy. I don't know whether or not he knew that Mudsdale got close combat or not, but Choice Band Close Combat. Ear Rape. I mean, that's a nickname and a half, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure how Game Freak have allowed that nickname, but if you can't have... I mean, generally, anything sexual you can't have. You can't have penis or anything like that as a nickname. But no, apparently you can have ear rape. Sure, why not? Why not, Game Freak? Why not? I'm going to go ahead and just bring in... I could bring in Slowking, actually, and go for a Sable. And make him switch out. I could opt to bring in Muku and go for a Toxic. I could bring in Titar. Probably not going to do that, to be honest. I think Slowking's my best bet. It's got quite decent natural special defense, because I think the Slowking is max special... Sorry, is maxed HP, max defense. Let's bring it in. I could always set up a Trick Room if I wanted to. As we're going to see the Draco Meteor And because this is a doubles variant, we're not actually running slack off, which kind of sucks. Mate, that doesn't even do half. That actually doesn't even do half. That is pathetic. We've got no special defense investment. And Slowking just walked into that Draco Meteor like, bruh, you did nothing. You did absolutely no damage to me. Right, see, I could set up a Trick Room here. My team is quite slow, to be fair. So going for a Trick Room wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He does have a REGIGIGAS though, and his team isn't particularly fast either. I'm just going to fix gold. We're going to see him switch out after seeing the absolute pathetic amount of damage that he did. And we're going to see Uncle Phil here, which I'm not a fan of that switching from Theo. I think he had a better option, to be honest with you. He's going to take a lot of damage from that Scald with the potential to burn. There is the burn that we wanted. I mean, that was not a good switching. That was not a good switching. I mean, realistically, what else could he have gone into? I will have a little look. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't have too many options. I mean, he obviously didn't want REGIGIGAS getting burnt. His probably best bet was probably just going Anti-Ditto, to be honest, and just because Slowking is going to be able to take a Scald no problem. So you know, go Anti-Ditto, and I mean, I'm not saying that he'd be in a much better situation, but we're going to see a crunch. We're max defense. That's going to do no damage. Slowking is just chilling out here, absolutely chilling out here. Like, dude, you're going to have to hit me with something a little bit better. You're going to have to hit me with something a little bit better. The lefties might just keep this Hippowdon alive. It will keep it alive. Just. But we can actually knock him out next turn with a Scald, so it's not the end of the world. I could look to bring in T-Tar here and actually just set up. It would be a free switching. But I think I'm just going to keep Slowking in. Just go for that Scald. Take it out. Oh no, he actually outsped us. What do you know? You're always better off going into T-Tar. Slowking takes a little bit more damage. And to be fair, we are now at -2 defense, so Slowking's not going to want to stay in next turn. We do have Regenerator, so we'll get a little bit of HP back as we switch out. Well, I mean, what do you bring in this situation? I guess it's got to be the Noivern, surely. Surely it's got to be Noivern. It has to be. It is Noivern, going for the Draco Meteor, I presume. I'm very tempted to bring in Tyranitar here, to be honest with you, and you start setting up the Dragon Dances. Alternatively, I could bring a Mandibuzz, but I think T-Tar takes the hit better with the Sandstorm up. So we'll go into it. I believe we do have Speed EVs, so this is the same T-Tar as you guys were seeing from the from the recent Battle Spot episode. So we're not a bulky variant. We are max speed, max attack with an Adamant Nature. So I don't think we'll outspeed the Noivern after one Dragon Dance. So we will need to get 2 Dragon Dances. I'm looking at how little that that Draco Meteor did after the, and now he's got the special attack drop. You can see now exactly why I do want to go for the Dragon Dance. I'm just terrified of him switching it in on. I'm terrified of him switching in the Ditto, to be completely honest with you. I am going to go for a Crunch and not the Stone Edge as he brings in Kryptonite, the Gigalith. I'm choosing not to Mega Evolve here, and my reasoning behind that is if I bring in T-Tar later on and the Sandstorm goes down, I can set the Sandstorm back up by Mega Evolving because obviously Sandstream activates again. We do get the defense drop with Crunch, which is great. And it's only just dawned on me that this battle features every single Sandstormer, which I think is quality. Well, top evolution Sandstorm, you know what I mean. I'm going to bring in the boss that is Pyukumuku here to take the hit. I'm expecting maybe an Earthquake or a Heavy Slam. Either way, Pyukumuku should be taking the hit. Oh, we're going to see a Stealth Rock. Quite a good play, actually, from my opponent. Quite a good play. Although we do have a Spinner in Claydol. And it seems like he's keeping that Regigigas around for the late game, which I guess that's a smart decision if he knows he can't sweep, because it's possibly his win condition. He needs to get that the Regigigas out of its slow start. I'm going to just go for the Toxic with Pyukumuku. Nothing else I really should be doing. There's no point in me going for Protect, no point in me going for Recover, no point in me going for the Soak. I guess there's a little point in me going for Soak. But we do go for Toxic. And my point of going for a Soak is that this thing becomes Water Soak and it loses its stab at the Stone Edge. So, I mean, Pyukumuku just was so annoying. Honestly, when he gave me the numbers, and I was like, oh, you're joking, it's Pyukumuku. Really, I can't really do much with it, but I guess we'll have to do what we can do. It looks like that's a citrus berry being popped. So he's going to get a bit more HP back, but like I say, next time I am going to go for a soak, just to reduce the amount of damage that Stone Edge is doing by 50%. So it is a relatively large amount of damage, a third of the damage. Just see, mate, Shiny Gigalith looks so cool. It really does. It looks awesome. It's one of my favourite shinies. We're going to see the Stone Edge as we soak. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. No, we're going to eat those hits up. Next time we can safely go for a recover. The Sandstorm goes down as well, which is awesome. So Pyukumuku is going to be getting more HP back. And like I say, let's just click the recover. Let's just click recover. There's no reason for me to do anything else. I mean, I could protect, I guess, but I mean, Stone Edge is going to be doing even less damage, as I've said about 400 times in the last 5 minutes. We're going to see an Autotomize. Why couldn't they just go Automize? Just makes things so much easier, but no, Autotomize. As we go for the recover, which I am more than happy with. That's fantastic. Thank you very much for doing that. We'll get lots of lovely HP back. I can protect next turn, just to scout to see what he wants to do. Probably going to be another Stone Edge, but... And Poison is going to slowly do more and more damage. And in fact, after I protect next turn, just another recover, and I'll be looking damn good. Right, let's go for protect. And Pyukumuku, to be fair, has actually got a knockout, which I'm quite surprised at. Although it does seem like he's going to withdraw the Gigalith and go into this thing, which is going to take a little bit more Stealth Rock damage. To be honest, I'm just going to lob a Toxic up. Lob a Toxic up. No reason for me to do anything else. A Toxic plus Protect plus Recover, and this Noivern is down. And I'm so happy it doesn't have a Grass type, because I've got 5 things weak to Grass. It's ridiculous. 5 things weak to Grass. But let's go for Toxic. I know I always say I hate Stallers, but what else do you actually do with Pyukumuku when you consider the fact that we're playing kind of by Smogon rules and Baton Pass is banned? So you can hate on me all you want. You can hate on me all you want. Let's go for the poison. Let's. I mean, Air Slash is doing no damage. It's doing no damage. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna recover this turn. Screw it. He's going to hit me with an attack, it's going to do less than half. This thing could be Specs. He can't, it's not Specs, because he's just switched up his attacks. But he can't switch out because of Stealth Rock, so. Draco Meteor hits, we can go for a tasty recover. And get all that HP back, all that lovely HP. Pyukumuku becoming a serious pain in the neck for Theo. I mean, to be honest, I kind of wanted to sweep with Megatita. But right now, Pyukumuku is just chilling out here like, bruh, you can't touch me. You cannot touch me. You cannot touch me. I am some sort of sea slug. Don't really know what it is, to be honest with you, but the Iron Giant comes out, which is weird because it's not actually iron. I mean, I guess it's got some part iron, but I'm going to straight away go for a soak. Straight away. I do not want this thing being able to hit me with stab normal type attacks. It's not happening. Confused, right? I'm aware this team is very stally, but like I said at the beginning, it is a roulette, so I had no choice in the Pokemon that I bought. We are going to get the soak off, which is great. No more stab returns for you, or body slams, or whatever you wanted to do. And you know what? Next time I can lob a Toxic up, go out into something else, and go from there. You know what? Mandibuzz, we've not seen Mandibuzz this battle, so I might go into Mandibuzz just to give it a little bit of love. Feature it a little bit, you know. And something I can do once I've got this Toxic up as well is actually go into Mandibuzz. Oh, we're going to see a Thunder Wave. Interesting. Go into Mandibuzz. I can go for a Whirlwind just to reset that slow start, just to make the Regigigas a lot less of a threat. We can get it out of here. And I'm perfectly happy with doing that. Perfectly happy with doing it. But no, I'm not going to sit here and spam recover, because that's just doesn't make for good content at the end of the day, does it? Does not make for good content. I could probably win just by sitting here with Pyukumuku, but I'm just not going to do it. It's not happening. It's not happening. Right, let's switch out then into Mandibuzz, as I say. I mean, we can either go for a Whirlwind and reset it, or I wait until he's back to normal and hit him with a Foul Play. That's the decision we're looking at here with Mandibuzz. We're gonna see Drain Punch. Okay, I mean that does absolutely nothing to Mandibuzz. Absolutely nothing. So I think I am just gonna go for a Whirlwind. Just reset and slow start. I mean, Regigigas is a threat at the end of the day when it's got Drain Punch. If we let this Regigigas set up back up to, till slow start's gone, I mean, it could be game over straight away. If this thing's running Power Up Punch, I mean, it's highly unlikely that it's running any setup, but I mean, we've seen Thunder Wave. It might have Substitute. If we let it set up a Substitute, that could be absolutely catastrophic. So the important thing is we just neutralize this threat, stop it from doing it. To be fair, you know what? That's fine. I've been getting pretty lucky with the confusion. I've got no issues with being fully paralyzed there. I'm okay with that. Unless it allows them to restart slow start, in which case I'm not very happy with that. Doesn't look like slow start's gone quite yet. It must be next turn. Right, we really want to get this Whirlwind off, as we see a confused Ray. Okay, alright, you know what, Mandibuzz? Please. 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 Come on. Please. Hit through. Oh no. Oh no, I think slow start is gone. Oh no. No. Has it not got going yet? Okay, it's finally got its act together. I'm going to go for a Foul Play then. I wanted to go for a Whirlwind before slow start started, but if we can get a Foul Play off, it could well be a knockout from that range of HP. He's gone for the Return Run. We went for the Soak, so it's not Stab. That actually did no damage. I am okay with that, as we are able to get the Foul Play off. So we're using Regigigas' attack stat here against itself, almost enough to knock it out, but after the poison damage, Regigigas should be down, and Mandibuzz has taken out a legendary monster. A legendary monster. I mean, slow start is horrible to Regigigas. It really is. It's absolutely horrible. Down it goes. Down it goes. I mean, roulette battles are always interesting because you never know what you're going to get. And, I mean, I've literally got Mass Stall. Every single Pokemon I have got is a stall of Bar the Tyranitar, which is ridiculous. I hate it when things like that happen. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Claydol here. Claydol will be able to take any hit. You know what, no, screw it. I'm just going to stand and go for Foul Play. There's no point in going to Claydol. We are paralyzed though, so he might actually be able to outspeed us next with the Stone Edge, which possibly knocks out Mandibuzz from that range of HP. Oh, we do outspeed him. But we do hit ourselves in our confusion, which is a little bit annoying, as he actually misses the Stone Edge. And Mandibuzz lives to tell another tale. Let's just go for another Foul Play then. Let's go for the Foul Play. I mean, I don't know, it's got a high defense. It does have a very high defense, so Mando's gonna snap out confusion. That's cool. Foul Play connects. I would like to think Foul Play will do it from that range of HP. You know, it's a base 90 attack. We actually get a critical hit. Don't know how much that mattered. You know, it's either base 90 or base 100 stab attack. I know Gigalith's attack isn't particularly amazing in comparison to its defense, but it's still a decent attack stat. Finally, we are gonna see Ditto. So it's going to transform into Mandibuzz, but we know we know the moveset, and if this thing's Joy Scuffed, then you know he's going to be locked into one attack. He's going to be locked into Foul Play. He's not really going to be able to do it. He's not really going to be doing any damage to anything. I kid you not. I've got like 4 things on this team with Toxic though. Like, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But you know, I played this game well. I've played this game well enough personally. You know, the important thing is we didn't set up with T-Tar too early, so that so that Ditto couldn't get the boosts. Because if I set up with T-Tar first turn, we get to +3 attack, +3 speed. Ditto comes in and takes out T-Tar. yeah, we weren't in a good position, and I'd have had to try and find a way around it. But Claydoll's going to come in here. I'm going to go for... I actually can't hit it other than go for Rapid Spin. So we're going to go for a Rapid Spin. So if he is locked into Whirlwind, he's going to be doing no damage to us each turn. And I like that. It looks like he possibly is locked into Whirlwind as well. So Claydoll goes out. I'm hoping Tyranitar comes in. No. Puku Muku. Come on. He's going to be locked into it. There's literally no point in me doing anything other than... I guess I could Soak. But then that makes him not weak to Rock. So I don't really want to do that. I don't particularly want to go for Recover. We'll bring in Mudsdale. Screw it, let's do that. Although, I should be staying with Pukimakura and just let him Whirlwind me out. Although it is game over, so there is nothing my opponent can do because he is on a timer. Theo, the Omega, is going to forfeit. Clearly, I am the alpha here. Oh, that's stupid. Play on words, but you know, play on words are play on words. Yeah, I've just got a message from Theo himself, just saying he's locked into Whirlwind. But thank you very much for the battle, Theo. Thank you for being there. I'm fairly certain he hasn't battled on the stream before, because I know he wanted to do the other last week. But cheers for coming, dude. I hope to see you next time at stream. And if you are new, if you are new to me, I am MattManectric. I'm sure I've said that before. If I haven't, then hello. But we've got links in the description to all kinds of social media. And if you want to be featured on next week's episode, make sure you click that Discord link in the description. Get into the Discord server and be around when I ask. I will let you know sort of way before I need the battle and say, guys, I'm really looking for a battle around this time. And then, you know, whoever's around then will jump straight into it. So on that note, if you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And we will see you next time, hopefully at a stream. So, you know, we can chat if you know, Discord, Twitter, whatever. We'll see you then for tomorrow's Battle Spot episode. Bye-bye.